Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi have once again captured attention during their time in London, but this time, the moment was about much more than a celebrity outing. The model and actor were spotted together during a visit connected to Kendall's family history, as they made their way to the statue of Edward Jenner in Hyde Park. It was a quiet but remarkably personal moment during their London trip, and it quickly became a talking point among fans following the pair's recent appearances together. Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi have been at the center of growing public interest, with their movements around London drawing attention from fans and entertainment media. But their visit to Edward Jenner's statue added an unexpected historical dimension to the story. Before we get into why this particular location matters to Kendall Jenner, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment if you want to see more updates about Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, celebrity news, and their latest appearances. The story begins in London, a city where Kendall and Jacob have recently been seen spending time together. From public appearances to dinners and low-key outings, their presence in the British capital has generated plenty of speculation and curiosity. But then came a moment that stood out from the usual celebrity headlines. Kendall Jenner visited the statue of Edward Jenner, a historical figure with a remarkable connection to her family. For Kendall, this was not simply another sightseeing stop. Edward Jenner is her great-great-great-great-grandfather, making the statue a deeply personal piece of her family history. That connection was previously highlighted by Kendall herself. Earlier this year, during a Burberry campaign video, Kendall talked about the unusual family connection and mentioned that a statue of her ancestor could be found in Hyde Park. At the time, the detail offered fans a fascinating glimpse into a lesser-known part of the Jenner family story. Now, during her London stay, Kendall finally had the opportunity to see the statue in person. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. Rather than simply passing through London as another international celebrity enjoying the city, Kendall appeared to take time to connect with a part of her own family history. The location gave the London trip a completely different meaning, transforming an ordinary day in the city into something much more personal. Jacob Elordi was also part of the moment, adding another layer to an already closely watched London trip. The actor has been repeatedly linked to Kendall in recent months, and their appearances together have naturally attracted intense attention. Every shared outing, every dinner, and every public moment has become a subject of discussion among fans and entertainment followers. But their visit to Edward Jenner's statue was different. There was no major red carpet event surrounding it. No elaborate premiere. No huge celebrity party. Instead, it was a relatively understated moment centered around history, family, and a famous London landmark. And sometimes, those quieter moments can generate even more curiosity. Edward Jenner is one of the most historically significant figures associated with the development of vaccination. His work in the late 18th century helped establish the foundation for modern vaccination, particularly through his pioneering work against smallpox. His legacy became so important that a statue was erected in his honor in London. For Kendall Jenner, that historical figure is not just someone remembered in textbooks or displayed in a public monument. He is part of her own family tree. That makes the image of Kendall standing near the statue especially meaningful. Zoom in on the location, and the connection becomes clear. A world-famous model, standing in one of London's most recognizable public spaces, beside a monument dedicated to an ancestor whose name has remained part of medical history for centuries. It is a rare intersection between celebrity culture and personal history. And while Kendall's career has made her one of the most recognizable models in the world, moments like this reveal a different side of her life, one that exists away from fashion campaigns, runways, red carpets, and social media headlines. For Jacob Elordi, meanwhile, the London trip has also been closely followed. The Australian actor has become one of Hollywood's most recognizable young stars following major roles in films and television. His appearance alongside Kendall has naturally intensified interest because both celebrities have enormous global fan bases. Their presence together in London has therefore become a recurring storyline. From romantic dinner speculation to casual public appearances, fans have been watching closely for clues about the nature of their relationship. Yet it is important to separate what has actually been seen from what remains speculation. What we can see is that Kendall and Jacob have spent time together. What we can see is that they have appeared together in London. And now, we have another memorable moment involving a location that has an unusually personal connection to Kendall's family. What remains private is exactly how Kendall and Jacob define their relationship behind the scenes. That distinction matters. Celebrity relationships often become surrounded by assumptions, especially when two famous people are repeatedly seen together. But public appearances do not necessarily reveal everything happening in a private relationship. And perhaps that is what makes this particular moment so intriguing. The focus was not necessarily on romance. The focus was on history. Kendall had the opportunity to visit a monument connected to her family, and Jacob was there during the London trip. For fans following every development, that simple combination was enough to create another major moment. There is also something symbolic about the timing. Kendall has spent much of her career building an identity around fashion, modeling, beauty, and modern celebrity culture. Yet standing beside the statue of Edward Jenner connects her to a family legacy that stretches far beyond the entertainment industry. It is a reminder that behind the global celebrity persona is a family history filled with people whose lives existed long before Kendall became famous. And that contrast makes the moment particularly compelling. One side of the story is Kendall Jenner, the internationally recognized supermodel who has appeared on countless magazine covers, worked with some of the biggest fashion houses in the world, and built a massive social media following. The other side is Edward Jenner, the 18th century physician whose work changed the course of medical history. Two completely different eras, connected through one family. And now, centuries after Edward Jenner's groundbreaking work, his descendant has stood beside his statue in London. That is the kind of celebrity story that goes beyond the usual headlines. But there is another reason fans have been paying such close attention to Kendall's London trip. Jacob Elordi. Their recent appearances have created a steady stream of headlines, and London has become an important backdrop for the latest developments. The pair have been seen spending time together, including outings that have fueled continued speculation about their relationship. And as their time in London continues to attract attention, every new appearance seems to add another piece to the larger picture. This latest moment, however, does not necessarily confirm anything beyond what was publicly observed. Instead, it provides another glimpse into how Kendall's personal life and her family history happened to intersect during the same trip. And there is something unexpectedly cinematic about it. Imagine the setting. London. Hyde Park. A historic monument. Kendall Jenner standing beside the statue of an ancestor whose name is permanently connected to one of the most important developments in medical history. And nearby, Jacob Elordi, one of the most talked about actors of his generation. It is a scene that feels almost too perfectly written for a celebrity news story. But the significance comes from the real family connection. Kendall had previously spoken about Edward Jenner and the location of his statue. The visit therefore appears to have turned something she had talked about into a real-life experience. For longtime followers of Kendall, that makes the moment even more interesting. It is not simply a random tourist attraction. It is a place she already knew had a connection to her family. And now she has personally visited it. That detail gives the story a sense of completion. Earlier, Kendall revealed the family connection. Later, she arrived in London. And eventually, she stood beside the statue itself. The journey from talking about the family history to experiencing it firsthand creates the natural payoff that has made this moment resonate with fans. But there is still a bigger question surrounding the trip. Why has Kendall and Jacob's time in London attracted so much attention in the first place? Part of the answer is simply the level of fame surrounding both of them. Kendall Jenner is one of the most recognizable figures in fashion and pop culture. Jacob Elordi has become a major Hollywood name, known for his work across film and television. Whenever two celebrities of that level are repeatedly seen together, public interest is almost inevitable. Fans want to know where they are going, what they are doing, and whether the latest appearance signals something new. But in this case, the story offers something beyond relationship speculation. It offers a rare look into Kendall's personal connection with history. And that may ultimately be the most memorable part of the entire visit. For Kendall, the statue represents a family story that existed long before her own rise to fame. For fans, the visit offers a fascinating glimpse into that background. And for viewers following Kendall and Jacob's London appearances, it becomes another chapter in a trip that has already generated significant attention. The setting also reinforces the unique atmosphere of London itself. The city has long been a favorite destination for international celebrities, combining fashion, history, entertainment, and culture in one place. For Kendall, London has often been connected with major fashion moments and high-profile events. But this time, the city offered something much more personal. A connection to an ancestor. A moment of reflection. And an opportunity to see a piece of family history with her own eyes. Jacob's presence made the moment even more notable because of the ongoing attention surrounding the two stars. Yet the visit itself remains grounded in a simple fact: Kendall Jenner went to see the statue of Edward Jenner, a member of her family whose legacy remains visible in London. That is the heart of the story. And it is also why this moment stands apart from the endless stream of celebrity sightings. Celebrity news often moves at lightning speed. One day it is a dinner. The next day it is an airport appearance. Then a red carpet. Then another sighting. But occasionally, a celebrity moment reveals something deeper. This was one of those moments. Instead of simply showing Kendall Jenner as a model or global celebrity, the visit offered a glimpse of Kendall as a descendant looking back at her family history. And with Jacob Elordi alongside her during the London trip, the moment naturally attracted another wave of attention. Still, the most important detail is the historical connection. Edward Jenner's contribution to medicine helped shape the story of vaccination, and his name has remained part of scientific and medical history. His statue in London serves as a physical reminder of that legacy. For Kendall Jenner, it also serves as a reminder of where part of her family story began. That makes the visit more than just another celebrity sighting. It is a personal connection to the past, unfolding in one of the world's most famous cities. And perhaps that is why fans reacted with such curiosity. Because behind the glamorous photographs, designer outfits, celebrity dinners, and Hollywood headlines, there are still personal stories that feel surprisingly relatable. Family history is one of them. No matter how famous someone becomes, their connection to previous generations remains part of their story. Kendall's visit to Edward Jenner's statue brought that idea into focus. And then there is Jacob. His presence naturally made fans wonder whether this was simply part of their time together in London or whether the outing carried additional personal significance. There is no need to exaggerate the moment. The public details are already interesting enough. Kendall Jenner visited the statue of her ancestor. Jacob Elordi was with her during their London trip. And the moment gave fans another glimpse into the lives of two of the most talked about young celebrities in entertainment. That combination is more than enough to generate headlines. As their London story continues, fans will undoubtedly keep watching for the next appearance. Will there be another dinner? Another public outing? Another unexpected moment? Those questions remain open. But the visit to Edward Jenner's statue has already created a memorable chapter in their London trip. It combines fashion, Hollywood, romance speculation, British history, and a remarkable family connection in one story. And that is exactly what makes it stand out. Kendall Jenner did not just visit another London landmark. She visited a place connected to her own family. Jacob Elordi was there during the trip. And suddenly, a quiet historical moment became one of the most intriguing pieces of their London story. For Kendall, it was a chance to see the legacy of Edward Jenner firsthand. For fans, it was a chance to see a more personal side of a celebrity usually associated with fashion and entertainment. And for everyone following Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi, it was another reminder that their time together continues to attract enormous public attention. Ultimately, the most satisfying part of this story is the connection itself. A family name that has survived across generations. A statue standing in London. A descendant finally visiting it. And a modern celebrity story intersecting with a piece of history that began centuries ago. Kendall Jenner's London trip may have included fashion, celebrity appearances, and time with Jacob Elordi, but this particular visit offered something different. It offered a moment where the past and present met in the same frame. And perhaps that is why the image is so powerful. Because long after the headlines about celebrity relationships disappear, family history remains. Edward Jenner's legacy continues. His statue remains in London. And now Kendall Jenner has added her own small moment to that much larger family story. As for Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi, their London appearances will undoubtedly continue to fuel curiosity, but the true significance